Yeah, while you're catching your breath or trying to find your headset wherever you dropped it in the tub or something, another kill comes off for Starsboba here, and I think LGD are playing this lane in a really strange way right now. It seems like they're not really as organized as they were in the first game, and what we see here is two really cheap kills for Medusa. The first one was completely strange, as we saw Visage keeping on auto-attacking a hero until he was so low that he tried to retreat, but then it was too late. And this time Tide getting caught off by a Fisher, and then eventually a Avenged Stun and another Snake is going to finish him off. So LGD really need to realize that what they're playing right here is two melee heroes and a Visage against three range, so to speak. Fisher could be counted as a ranged hero, as it's basically Shaker's main utility here. And need to play accordingly, and it seems like they're playing against a melee lane, and it's just not working out. They're getting harassed and then they're getting killed from the range. So they need to rethink this, and they need to do it now, because if that Dusa is not what they want to deal with later on. And Tobi still hasn't found his microphone. All right, that's cool. So I will keep on talking some here. We based on the camera I'm seeing, but it's going to be delayed anyway, so it doesn't matter. We did see Pugna finishing off a kill there on Tony. The Tidehunter died again, and on the back of that haste rune, of course, that was fairly easily executed with the help of Venge and Shaker. And he's heading back to mid lane as we get a pause. Tobi, are you dead?
Oh, give me life! Give me life to speak! Oh!
Awesome. You're back.
I'm hoping, I don't know for how long. This could be a very, very interesting battery. Note to self, buy more. Very, very good thing. If this goes to 3, we could be in trouble, just like LGD.au right now. What the hell are they doing? We got Tony ganked off on the side. This tri-lane has failed epically. And Deucer has farmed up boots and a ring in the space of 4 minutes. Like, what the hey? And then top lane, Venomancer going up against Alchemist. Alchemist doing pretty damn sweet there, but not for much longer. Plague Wars dropping down and pushing him back. Like, takes off half his HP just in standard harass. Oh, this is looking very, very nasty here for LGD.au. I'm not quite sure what they're trying to achieve here. And Recliner is almost dead. Actually, Recliner almost brings down KR there in the middle, thinking he could actually tank that one a little bit further than he could. But still coming off. But I still do not understand the dirge on the left-hand side of the neutrals. Is this something that Esco has practiced or thought they can pull off here? As we go off once again, just trying to go for a little bit of a suckle on the life, dirge. The bottom lane, Vasar still trying to do whatever they can. I think they're just in damage control at the moment at Synd. Oh, ES Fish! Yeah, ES Fisher! Can't get it. He was thinking about it. He was so thinking about it.
Had the chance there. He hesitated. You have to make the move.
They're waiting for a better time, but now LGD.au will not go past that river. Not while they know he's just hanging around the sides. You kind of know he's hanging up there again anyway. As a Chemical Raged Alchemist forced back on the top lane. Plague War is just more than enough. Venomancer is just playing with him. He is just so freaking playing with him up there on the top. Bottom lane is actually still getting pushed back now past the tower. The Mystic Snake is just doing so much damage to these 3 heroes. Great fissure. That's what they wanted, but Mystic Snake's on cooldown, isn't it? As Dab now comes down, thinks to do a little bit of damage. Magic Missile goes off. Splash goes off once again. They're trying to spam anything they've currently got right now, with VS even blocking Deuce just to make it even more challenging for her. If it wasn't challenging enough, it's like wearing weights on your ankles. But it's 3-0 so far. And wow. All these lanes for LGD.au are just not working as we go again. ES Fisher, Tidehunter goes down. They've dived past this tower right now. Tidehunter and VS, they're thinking about making a move for it right now. As still just trying to bring their health back up. But SS, he's literally pitched a tent on this tier 1 tower. You are not going to be able to bring him down from this one. And even then, just a bit of Soul Rip trying to come in to try and damage that creep wave off a little bit. But the second the Mystic Snake pops off, they can attack the tower once again. As the Sentinel Wave now comes in and attacks the tier 1 tower, it's just like, what are you going to do against this? Probably not a hell of a lot, Synd.
Nah, they're in a big shit right here, so to speak. I'm not sure.
Oh, on top!
They've lost this.
Shaitan! Oh, it actually goes both ways. it goes both ways. 235 gold, but it was actually AR, the Venom Edge, which actually got it. I'm just gonna frickin' save again, just in case anything goes wrong.
Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah, what I'm primarily surprised to see here is that down on bottom, that the Scourge trialing is not really doing anything apart from receiving a pummeling. They're not using their spells aggressively. They could use a Gush, Soul Rip, and then the Visage Nuke on one target and deal a lot of damage. They don't necessarily have to kill them, but they could at least pull off their combo and do some damage. And they're just standing there watching them. This is so strange. I mean, look at that Medusa. She's got 500 HP. Perhaps they could bring her down with their 3 spells, but they're not trying.
I think it's just it's too much fear. It's just too much fear. Like ESVS, it's a double stun, which deals a crap load of damage in a line. And even then, VS getting closer and closer to level 6 too, so look for that swap to come. Now VS actually diving past the tower. Fidget locks Tony in place. Magic Missile will do the same. They will be able to keep him alive, but the tower actually takes a fall now. VS still falling back here. One big nuke comes out from Visage. It's not going to be enough. And Tony having to fall back out and going back past that tier 2 tower is not looking good. And Venomancer is just pushing Dab back on the top. He can't, Shaitan back on the top lane. I'm used to it being Dab. And there goes Dab on the bottom lane. Visage gets taken down with VS. Looks like he just dove in a little bit further again. And they just can't keep him alive on the bottom lane. They have no answer to this mass amount of damage. And even Bongman just trying to keep himself up here. He's only got a level 2 Soul Rip. So that's not that much life actually coming straight into him. And Venomancer pushed back once again on the top. This is just not happy anywhere LGD.au are going.
This Dusa is just getting... They're not only getting owned down on bottom, she's also free farming and they got a tower. So it almost doesn't get any worse than this for a trial lane against a trial lane. Usually you want to at least get a trade when somebody dies or play it somewhat tight, but they're getting completely stomped. All of their heroes on bottom are nerfed. Dusa is free farming, they're getting kills, they're getting the tower, they're already halfway to the tier 2 almost. And there's just... doesn't look like there's much hope anymore because now they're so hard out leveled that their nukes cannot bring them down anymore. They had the chance to try and pull a combo off, didn't do it, got killed a couple of times, and there you go. Now they have to get help from mid to even remotely recover from this disaster they've started down here.
Yeah, and they need to shut down that Dusa. Dusa with that Ring of Basilius as well as Ring of Health, treads on top, and 1100 gold inside the bank right now. Even ES is up to a grand. If he hits that 2150 before 15 minutes and gets a fissure, nowhere is going to be safe. Nowhere is safe currently at the moment. Even Alchemist is having
and Pugna even took the middle tower. I mean, this is a good pushing strategy coming out of SB, but I think LGD are really making it easy for them as well. As Pugna's got mid tower, there's no big surprise in that. Pugna playing against Windrunner, it is bound to happen at some point. Venomancer against Alchemist up top. Alchemist doing a good job at not getting too raped up here. By all that pushing power, as his cloud doesn't damage the wards at all. So he's got a lot of work to do on his own. And the real disaster down on bottom is just, yeah, it speaks for itself.
Yeah, that Dusa's got to be stopped. Perseverance now actually being completed as well for Dusa. So a little bit more mana is on top of it as well. VS and Pugna have moved up towards the top lane. They've realised this Alchemist by Shaitan has been having a bit of a free go at the moment. So they're looking for a bit of an engagement. There goes the bottom lane as there's even the next two trying to fall back. Tombstone drops down. That might actually be enough to harass the Dusa down, but back up towards the top lane. Alchemist getting done. Stun goes off. Venomancer ulti even popping off here. And now trying to TP himself out. No stun. Blast. It's enough to bring down Shaitan. And wow. 8-2 now going off. ES is falling back on that bottom lane where it looks like they actually, Bongman managed to get one back on them and going to keep them alive a little bit longer. So a lot of well-needed farm from this bottom lane, but Alchemist dying up there on the top does not help them, and they will claim this tier 1 tower on the top too. They got more than enough support to do so.
Yeah, finally the Windrunner showed up on bottom and that gave them those 2 kills. So once the assistance came, this lane showed to be worth, to be able to fight. And yeah, that's what I said. Windrunner had to move for this bottom lane to be able to do anything at this point. And it barely worked when Vengeful Spirit wasn't there. Note that Vengeful Spirit was not down there. It was Dusa and Shaker, and they almost had Undying and Tide in their hands when the Windrunner showed up. So, well.
We actually
not
now
looking good, but LGD fighting for it, and they just have to make actions. They're getting
top, dead, missile is being pushed back. They might actually have a go here. We have the TP coming in from Bongman. The tombstone does go down, gets a bit of vision there on Venomancer. We do see the TP that's coming from Recliner. Can he get a shackle off? He's looking for the right position for it. There goes the Viper Sting. The chemical rage of Alchemist wants to get him in range for this one, and wow, he's going to run himself up high. It won't be enough. Even Dirge's ultimate has just popped off here. They really want any kill they can get, and they do bring down the Venomancer. So 3 hero kills they just managed to actually claim off just then. I think it was 2. But top lane, at least LGD.au are getting something back right now to keep this game in some sort of balance, making it 5-8.
Yeah, Starsboba needs to be careful not to give them these free kills. That dive was pretty senseless, all the way behind the tier 2 up top, with a Vengeful Spirit and a Venomancer. No burst damage. They needed to chase him for a long time, even to just bring him down, and plenty of time for LGD to TP their heroes in and get those 2 kills. So Starsboba need to not get overconfident on this one. Even though they've got a huge lead, there's no lead that you can't throw away.
And there is a massive ability, like the Tombstone himself, but like the abilities you actually have coming out of LGD.au, they can turtle so easily. They can shut down any initiation if they try and push a tower. It just requires everyone holding onto a TP. Well, great fissure on Bongman. But it just requires everyone holding a TP and ready to initiate at a moment's call. And then let Black Shaitan farm up a little bit more, get that Radiance up as fast as they possibly can on top of him right now. Looks like he's just going to complete up a Vanguard instead. And then go for the Radiance, which was exactly the same build as we saw Dab use in the last game. Actually,